We live in a world obsessed with numbers, followers, likes, group photos, being seen everywhere by everyone. So when someone doesn't have many friends, people assume something must be wrong. But what if the opposite is true? What if the people who walk alone aren't broken? They're simply built differently. What I've noticed is this: people who move in crowds are often the most self-aware, emotionally intelligent, and grounded people you'll ever meet. They're not lonely. They're selective. Here are 5 traits commonly found in people who walk solo, and why that might mean they're re-evolving faster than most. First, they are internally validated. They don't chase belonging. They don't shapeshift to fit into rooms that don't align with who they are. They've outgrown performative friendships, outgrown pretending, outgrown shrinking themselves to be accepted. They know who they are. And if they choose to spend time with someone, it's not from loneliness, it's from alignment. They'd rather feel whole alone than half of themselves with others. Second, they are deep thinkers. Solitude doesn't scare them. It fuels them. They use time alone to reflect, to journal, to walk, to think deeply about life. They listen more than they speak. They sit with questions instead of drowning them out with noise. They aren't antisocial. They're anti-surface level. They crave meaning, not small talk. It's depth, not distraction. Third, they have strong boundaries. They would rather disappoint others than betray themselves. Not having many friends isn't always a loss. Sometimes it's a boundary win. These are people who walked away from drama, chaos, toxic cycles, and low-energy environments. They chose peace over popularity, healing over habits, self-respect over approval. They understand one simple truth: you can't heal in the same environment that broke you. Fourth, they are highly intuitive. They read energy before words. They walk into a room and feel the tension, the fake smiles, the unspoken resentments. They notice what others ignore. This doesn't make them paranoid. It makes them perceptive. They've learned that being alone is often more peaceful than being surrounded by people who drain them. So they protect their energy, not because they're cold, but because they're aware. And finally, they are evolving faster than the people around them. Some people lose friends because they're toxic. Others lose friends because they're transforming. When your standards rise, not everyone can follow. When your identity shifts, old connections may no longer fit, and that's okay. Growth creates distance before it creates alignment. Walking alone doesn't mean you'll always be alone. It just means you're not forcing connections that no longer honor who you're becoming. So if you roll solo, here's what might be true about you. You're self-sovereign, you're reflective, you've learned boundaries, you're intuitive, and you're evolving faster than your old environment can handle. You're not hard to love, you're just hard to manipulate. And that's not loneliness, it's strength.